and we're back with my Steam library. Next game up is Darwinia. Darwinia is a retro real-time tactics game. It's set inside a computer program, and you play someone, well, I don't know if you're a person or what, but you're inside the computer program and you're trying to fight off a viral infection which has infected the world of Darwinia. You are instructed by the computer programmer who's created this world, whose face you see next to the text as he doesn't talk, but as the text explains, says his words and tells you what you should be doing from the tutorial onwards. You do this by spawning various different programs. You start off with a squad program and engineer program. The squads are your killers. That's what you use to traverse the landscape, shooting the virus. The virus appears as like various different red polygons around the map, usually like little snaky triangles, and then they get progressively bigger on the later levels. You basically just shoot them. Your squad has lasers and grenades, and you use them to destroy all the red virus around the map. Different maps have different objectives. Starts off very easy, just to destroy the virus, and later maps get more complicated. Quite soon after the first level, you're introduced to the little guys that actually populate this world. These little green dudes are your Darwinians. These are the friendly little guys that populate the world, the peasants if you want, the grunts. And on some levels you have to protect these. These get created by when you kill the viruses. The engineers then can collect up the little souls that the viruses leave behind and take them to an incubator, and the incubator then turns them into Darwinians. So each map gets progressively more complicated, with sort of more levels of tactics needed, with more complicated objectives, multi-stage objectives. But the basic gameplay stays the same. You spawn a squad, go around, shoot the viruses, spawn engineers to capture new spawn points, and to collect the virus souls to spawn Darwinians, and then later you can actually use the Darwinians to operate certain items or certain things on the map, which might be part of your objectives as well. So the whole thing's like it's a fairly basic real-time strategy, but it can get, you do have to think about it. It's not too deep. There's no like resource gathering, there's no base building. You basically spawn which of these programs you want, squad or engineer, or later there comes more later as well, to get the job done. All the time you can be picking something to be upgraded as well. The guy, the computer programmer who talks to you, he says, he'll work on upgrading whatever you want, so you can tell him to start upgrading your squad, your engineers, your Darwinians, and various other things from a menu, and he starts working on these, and each of these has a few stages, so there's a bit of a development there. But yeah, it's quite a basic but very nice and very good to play little real-time tactics game. It's well over 10 years old now. Actually, it was out in 2005 originally, so even back then the aesthetic was still very retro, and it still looks obviously very retro now. It has a sequel called Multiwinia, which I also have and will be playing directly after this, so I'll get onto that as soon as I'm done with this. The asking price is $6.99, which it might be a little bit too much now, but it regularly appears in the sale. But you can get it in a bundle with Multiwinia for $10.99, which again probably appears in a sale fairly regularly as well. So that's one to watch out for when it's in a sale. So yeah, that's Darwinia, a nice little retro real-time tactics game set inside a computer program, fighting off the viruses.